This is Vast Termination Video Magazine, Issue 1, Volume 4, Band 4. I'm Pat, and this is
Jesse, the new bass player,
and Joe, the drummer.
Okay, and this is the group name?
Oh, and this is Hellwitch,
Alright.
Band 4.
Okay, cool.
Next one is Band 5.
Okay, so...
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Band 5, appreciate it. Okay. So, what tour plan, where were y'all last night, and where y'all going to go tomorrow night?
Well, tomorrow night we'll be staying at a hotel in Louisiana somewhere.
Florida.
Playing for ourselves in a hotel room, probably.
Okay.
And, last night we played in Fort Worth in front of about 50 people.
Huh, so it wasn't what you really expected. Usually there's more of a turnout, huh? Well, I hear there
I don't
is.
know, it's a good question. I don't live around there. I mean, it was kind of hurting, but it was fun. It was a fun show.
Okay.
And then the night before that, which was Thursday, we played in San Antonio at the DMZ Club, which had 25 to 30 people there, but like a third of them were having a good time.
Okay,
They were
cool.
just standing or sitting.
Okay.
And that's it. And this is our final show of our Texas American tour.
Alright, okay. Alright, so how long ago did y'all's new LP come out? I know it's...
End of November of last year.
Okay. So is it pretty much hard to tell how the sales are doing so far, or is it...
Well, so far, what we know as of like 2 weeks ago, we sold 3,000 albums in Europe and 1,500 CDs. And in the United States, we've sold like 2,000 CDs and LPs.
Cool. I didn't even know it was available on CD. Is it like as an import or?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it will be available as an import. It'll be like $20 or something.
Okay, so is it not available in the U.S. yet, or?
No, not yet. It's,
okay.
They made 1,500 in Europe for the first pressing, and all the distributors bought them out immediately. So now they're making another like 3,000, I think they said.
Okay, cool. All right.
Austin, he's gonna buy, like 1,000. I mean, like a few hundred off the bat. I mean, as many as he can get. But as of now, they don't have them yet to distribute in the United States. They just have them for sales in Europe. And I know some guy that calls me from Sweden like every once in a while. It's funny too because the guy doesn't really know about Hellwitch or anything. And I met him at a music store. And we just started talking, and he like calls me and shit. And we fucking started writing.
How about Pierre?
Huh?
Pierre?
No, this guy's name is Jorgen Christensen. He's from Vast Termination, Sweden, and he bought the CD there. He bought the CD like a month ago. He called me up on it. He's like, "Hey, I got your CD."
Are there any extra tracks or anything on that CD?
No, it's
just
the same.
thing?
No, I mean, that was, we had to pay for the recording of the album, so all we could afford to do, good production-wise, with Scott Burns was what we did.
Cool.
I thought it was going to be better.
so it's shittier than you thought?
Yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, it's like, I just thought there'd be more people, but I mean, the people we've met have all been fucking real cool. So, I mean, as long as, there's fucking, decent fucking people who just aren't all fucking, fucking idiots everywhere. It's fun.
How would you compare Texas to Florida?
In the way of, like, what?
The
scene? Well,
from what you've seen so far. I'm sure there's an equal proportion of rednecks, both places, and all kinds of stuff like that.
Depends on where, because I mean, in Florida you have Tampa, which is the hot spot, and then you have the Fort Lauderdale area, which is okay, it's pretty good, there's like 4 or 5 bands, 6 bands maybe from the south, eastern coast area, and then in Orlando you have like maybe 1 band, I don't know, and then you got, probably that's about it. Tampa and the South Florida scene are about it for the whole state. Whereas here you have probably about 5 or 6, cities with a scene and like some local bands that are worth a shit. So I'd say music-wise, I don't know. See, I'd say it's about equal. It's about equal because we've got probably as many, but you've got as many good bands here as we have. Even though some people probably say Florida has better bands, but it's fucking. I'd say it's about the same. It's just all crammed into like 2 areas in Florida instead of like 4 cities or whatever.
Are there any unknown Florida bands we should know about?
Monstrosity.
Yeah, Monstrosity. Plug. There you go. They're all ex-Malevolent Creation members. They all ended up getting kicked out after a certain amount of time, and then they all ended up together forming their own band.
What happened to Malevolent? They're still together?
Well, yeah, they're having big time problems like keeping it together, like big time fucking problems. Like Phil, the main guy, Phil is like ready to just like say goodbye to all of them and get a whole new lineup. Yeah, well, he's jamming with a new drummer and a new bass player himself now. And as for the lineup that did the album, he's not jamming with any of them. But that might change because he's just kind of like, I think, mad at them, and he just wants them to know that he's really pissed at them. Because they just fucked up a thing where they were going to be in a Metal Forces video magazine thing, and they fucking blew it. They didn't go. All they had to do was go to Tampa with their shit, and they'd be in this video magazine distributed, Metal Forces, and fucking, he told them all to start saving up some money so they could get a U-Haul and go. And fucking, it was like 3 days before, and none of them had money, and none of them fucking, they were just like, oh, well, they couldn't go. They missed the chance. Yeah, because none of them were just fucking together. Yeah, it was like that familiar sound.
How'd you meet your new bass player, Jesse?
Oh, Jesse. Well, Jesse fucking used to be playing Nuclear Beer. He's a guitarist. He's playing Nuclear Beer.
Alright.
And fucking Jesse's fucking one of the only people I've met in South Florida that can play the songs right.
Overall, how do you get along with the South Florida bands like DSI or...
Well, they're not from our scene. All them bands are from
Well,
Tampa.
actually, how do you get along with them?
I'm sure we just played with DSI. Yeah, we played with DSI about 2 weeks ago in Orlando.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I lost my Allen wrench for my guitar, and Glenn from DSI, I went over and he like went in his van and took out all his shit and broke out a toolbox and got me his fucking Allen wrenches to use. And he fucking went through some trouble to get me an Allen wrench where he could have just said, oh, sorry, I don't fucking use one, I play bass or whatever, But he fucking got me an Allen wrench, which was life-saving. Yeah, they were all real nice guys, man.
Fucking godly.
Yeah, they were god, man. They threw out this bag. He had this white plastic bag with like fucking like rubber arms and legs and like fake blood. And he had the bag like in the middle after the first song. He's like, I brought my bag. And then they did a couple songs. In the middle of another song, he threw the bag into the fucking pit, and everybody just started tearing the bag apart. And all this blood, and people were throwing the arms and legs like up in the air and shit. And there was all this blood fucking flying everywhere. Cool. It was fucking god. It was god, dude. They were fucking god. I was so stoned. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I was so fucking high.
How long ago did you form Hellwitch?
In October of '84. That was the early roots. It was just like a fucking one-song deal, and that was going to be the end of it.
Okay, so you're the only original member of
I'm the only original guy.
Okay, how long ago did you get the new drummer?
Oh, me and Joe have been together, I guess, like almost 2 years now.
Alright.
And Joe is by far the best drummer I've ever worked with.
Okay, cool.
Definitely. Definitely.
How many?
Now, you've heard the demos, man.
Oh.
You heard the album, so you know.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. It's very heavy.
It's fucking 10 times better than
Definitely. Okay.
In my old roommate Harry, and he played the drums, which as everybody knows, was just like a textbook and a C cushion. He just beat on it with 2 drumsticks, and he would stuff like that. And he did, I played 2 guitar tracks and a lead track, and he did the drums and the vocals. And he wrote like the title. Actually, he thought of the title.
Do you ever talk to Cam Lee from Massacre?
Yeah, he does a magazine called Comatose, which I have his business card right here, as a matter of fact.
All right.
Just for everyone's viewing pleasure, for the camera's viewing pleasure. Here, you can have that, Dennis.
All right.
Memento.
Okay.
Memento. But fucking yeah, Cam Lee is doing that mag now, and he's back together. Everybody knows this already. You knew that. With Bill and Terry. Yeah, Bill and Terry is
Massacre's back together?
Massacre is back together. Cam went at the Deicide show. Cam was at the Deicide show, and he said that they practiced 2 times, and they have like 8 of the old songs down in 2 practices.
Well, yeah, his vocal style is really pretty.
It's changed. I mean, he used to be different in depth, I think. I don't know. I don't like it as much now as I used to, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
Take a crap. Are you gonna get no place to
They played 2 shows out of
Sandy?
nowhere.
And that's your
They played like these 2 shows, and like 3 days later, I'm here going, yeah, fucking fuck played in fucking.
My drawing would be
Boca
double
Raton. I'm like,
looking upside down and
wow.
everything.
I didn't even think it wasn't promoted. Like I heard nobody went and shit. It was like, wow. I didn't believe that.
If you're ever passing through San Antonio, listen to KSYM.
KSYM. And
KSYM.
if you're ever in Houston, of course, don't listen to anybody but Wes.
KPFD!
Alright, fuck yes.
Sweet Nightmares, 90.1 FM.
Yes.
Yeah. I've
The
never
only-
heard it, unfortunately, but I know it's God. So.
The only
It's God.
We play a lot of glam.
There you go.
Nah.
Well, I mean, besides the Pretty Boy Floyd does.
Shit, fuck that winger, dude. That sucked, bro.
Except for the Wayne.
yeah, that's the only true metal we get in Houston on the radio, KPFT. So
Yay!
do y'all get any airplay down in Florida?
Yeah, we call up and we disguise our voices.
Best way,
After we do that,
We do it about 50 times.
Okay.
Alright.
They come and they'll play like, yeah, they played us twice on the local show. They had like a 2-hour local show, and in the first hour they play all the really commercial whatever metal in South Florida, and then the second, well actually I guess about the last 25 minutes is when they play like, they'll play Malevolent Creation, and they'll play us, and they'll play like Cynic, and this band named Boogalard, and fucking...
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're real commercial, you know. They'll play all of that kind of stuff, but they don't really play death metal besides us and Malevolent Creation, because I don't know. I guess they get fucking bad phone calls or something to play. Because we call and, people call and they've played it like twice and maybe, well, since the album came out and we gave, had them send a copy of the album, they've only played it one song 2 different times. In months and months. It's been like a few months, so.
On the topic of death metal, do you like to, a lot of people don't like to be called a death metal band, but do y'all,
Well, I think there's elements of everything in every band. It's not just one kind, because everybody has like, well, most bands, I mean, there's some bands that are just like, yeah, it's all death metal, but I think the key to fucking having good stuff that everyone's gonna like is, mixing it up and having a lot of variety and having like, psychedelic parts and, just whatever weird shit.
Yeah, being open-minded and
Yeah,
shit.
just having different fucking stuff that, people don't hear, and when you hear it, you're just like, wow, I never heard anybody else do that kind of shit before.
Yeah.
So it's like death metal, and it's like other, it's psychedelic, and it's like rock, and it's like folk, and it's like country, and it's like, no.
Nah, I'd say, whoa,
It's like everything, man.
I didn't
It's
hear
like
that
going
part.
away there for a minute.
With John Bias.
Yeah, fucking John Denver.
So you got any tour plans after what are you gonna, after you finish this,
Go home and rest.
Alright.
Go home and sleep up.
So no upcoming future plans or
We're gonna go to New York and New Jersey in April, supposedly, and play with Autopsy and Suffocation.
Oh, cool.
Play like 4 or 5 shows from Virginia to New York.
Cool. What, if you played in New York, where would you play? Would it be the Moors or?
I don't really.
No telling. Okay.
It's too early to tell anything. If it's even gonna happen, really, it's too early to tell. There you go. That was Jesse. When he does best, when he does all from the time we wake up in the morning to the time we go to bed.
Going to a club. Better put out that cigarette first, damn it.
What a post.
Alright.
Only that they don't want to really kick him out. It's just that they're upset because he tries to take too much initiative in the band and stuff. And I guess I don't know if they're all just slackers, but fucking he's just like, that's Jesse again doing what he does best. But yeah, fucking Suffocation, man. I fucking love that band. That EP is like the best thing I've heard in the past year, I'd say.
It's pretty fucking heavy.
That Suffocation is the god. It's the god.
So what are some of your favorite bands to play with?
Play with?
What? Yeah, jam with. Yeah.
Morbid Angel.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Just because I like to see them play. I don't know. As for just playing with bands, shit, I don't know. That's
There's
such a
there's
confusing question.
Yeah, there's so many.
So many variables.
Yeah, very true.
The opening slot on the Anthrax Iron Maiden tour.
Ah, really? That's fucking big. I'll talk to our manager.
Yeah, it's recording now, so you can kill it.
Well, this has been Vast Termination Video Magazine number 4 with us, Hellwitch, and our fabulous interviewer right here, Dennis Beasley from Houston, Texas, who lives on Gulf Freeway. I don't know the exact address, but if you'd like to get a copy of this and many other bits of death metal and hardcore and all that good stuff, this is the man to see.
Yeah, 10909 Gulf Freeway, apartment number 1801. Houston, Texas.
And there's Vinny!
How y'all doing?
Vinny!
7700.
Vinny! There he
Yeah,
is! Vinny! Vinny,
Vinny,
best martial captain I ever had.
But on volume 1, be watching for, it's going to be Rigor Mortis, it's going to be Pestilence, it's going to be Hellwitch, it's going to be Exhorter, and Sadist.
Don't let your mother see it.
And it's going to be God.
Don't let your mother see it.
And watch for
Who
volume
needs no
2.
Play-Doh? We got this.
That's right. We got money.
We got this.
Dude, this is what I used to snort my coke.